When we were first engaged, Angela had wanted to get married at First Baptist. And so part of us getting married at First Baptist was that we were going to attend the engaged couples class.
Now we serve in the newlywed class. We love working with the couples that have just gotten married. So that's one of the biggest ministries that affected not just our marriage, but continues every single week, working with them.
When we were first married, or even before we were married, we had committed to one another and to the Lord that we were going to be faithful tithers. And so soon after we were married, I was still going to school. Angela had just graduated, and so things were usually pretty tight. We needed to tithe our $40, and we only had $40 to make last the rest of the week. And so we knew that we still needed gas for the vehicles to get back and forth to work. We still needed food, of course. But we had taken that commitment very seriously, and so we said, well, we're going to give the $40 that we have left. And so we went to church, put it in the plate, we came back home, and within literally hours of us tithing our last $40, he provided the money that we needed to have gas to get back and forth to work and to buy food for the rest of the week. It was pretty incredible, pretty amazing. So the night before we made the advance commitment, I already had a dollar amount in mind. And so we got together at the dinner table and we started talking about it. And, I had not done a lot of praying about it yet. And so it came to the point where it's like, well, we should probably pray about this and find out what God's will is for this. And to be honest, I wasn't really expecting, to really feel led in any particular way. But we prayed about it, and I felt like the Lord was really calling us to trust Him in this. And so the dollar amount that I had in mind was not really trusting in the Lord. It was what I felt like we could do, what I felt like was comfortable, what I felt like was going to be easy for us to do. And I really felt the Lord kind of tugging on my heart, saying, this is comfortable for you, but I'm not calling you to do what's comfortable. I'm calling you to trust in me. And He laid a number on our hearts that we felt like this is not what I would have decided. What I decided was going to be much easier than this. I had not really thought about, well, how does God want me to get there? And so when He laid the number on our heart for us to give, it really required us to trust in Him, because without trusting in Him, I don't know how we're going to get there.
I was afraid that it was going to take away from our future goals, but that hasn't happened at all. The numbers have just worked out, that we've been able to still save what feels like just as much or more in the last just couple of months since we've been giving to advance.
We filled out that advance commitment card, and He said, this is how I'm going to be faithful to you. I'm still going to provide for you. I'm still going to take care of you because you've shown your faith to me. I'm going to be faithful to you as well.
God has been just as faithful and provided for all the things that we still need and want.
We felt like that our commitment needed to reflect the faith that we had in Him and the trust that we were going to place in Him.
He's going to provide for us, and if it's not His timing for us to move, it's not going to work, even if we give more or not. It's all up to Him.
The Lord is faithful. He has always proven Himself to be faithful to us. And I know personally in our lives, it has gotten to the point where I'm afraid not to give. Because I know how faithful the Lord is, and I want to be faithful to Him because He's been so faithful to us.